Hello, I'm Purr the cat. Most people believe that I got that name because I purr. But that's not true. I got the name Purr because I am persistent. And I don't give up. The last part of my name is because I'm a cat. And you can see that. I'm going to help you with your math, because once you know math, you can do some really neat things with it. Math is just a tool to help you have a better life, and I'm going to help you better understand that math can be a really useful tool. We're going to take a look at what we call number sense. Number sense is when you have a better understanding of numbers and what they mean. When you know what numbers mean, you can do more things with them. When you know what numbers mean, you can solve more problems. When you know what numbers mean, you'll have a better life. When I say number sense, I mean many of the following things. Number sense means that you know what the symbols look like that will represent the number of the things that you are counting. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. Number sense means that you know where those symbols go on the number line. And we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Number sense means that you know many different ways to represent a number. Number sense means that you know what negative and positive numbers are. Number sense means that you know what zero means. Number sense means that you know how to add and subtract numbers. Number sense means that you know a whole bunch more than just these things about numbers. But this is where we will start. Here is my favorite photograph of me. It is just one photo of me. That is, there is just one photo of me, and we represent the number 1 with a symbol that looks like this. The number 1 goes here on the number line. Here you see 2 of my favorite photos. The symbol for the number 2 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. Here you see 3 of my favorite photos. The symbol for the number 3 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. Here you see 4 of my favorite photos. The symbol for the number 4 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. Here you see 5 black dots. The symbol for the number 5 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. As I guess that you've already figured out, this could go on forever and ever, and in many different directions too, but that is something that we will cover later. For the moment, we will just look at a few more symbols and where they are on the number line. Here you see 6 black dots. The symbol for the number 6 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. Here you see 7 black squares. The symbol for the number 7 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. Here you see 8 red triangles. The symbol for the number 8 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. Now you see 9 circles. The symbol for the number 9 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. Now you see 10 rectangles. The symbol for the number 10 looks like this, and it goes here on the number line. Do you notice something different about the number 10? Look at all of the other numbers that we have set in place on the number line. What is different about the number 10? Perhaps you noticed that the number 10 has 2 symbols. It has the symbol for 1, and it has another symbol that we have not discussed yet. This symbol is called 0. 0 goes here on the number line, and it goes here too. And it goes here too. Even though 0 means nothing, it is very important, and we will take a more detailed look at 0 soon. The number line is a very important tool, and it is a useful tool too. Let's take a better look at the number line. First, it is a line. It is a straight line. Then we pick some place on that line where the numbers start. That is the place that we call 0. Then we move along the line to the right some distance, and that is where we put the number 1. Then we continue to move along the line to the right the same distance, and that is where we put the number 2. And then we move along the line to the right the same distance, and that is where we put the number 3. You see where this is going. We could do this forever and ever and a day, and we would still not be finished. You are a smart cookie because you are thinking, what about to the left of 0? We can do the same thing to the left of 0, and those are what we call negative numbers. We'll talk about negative numbers soon. Since you are a smart cookie, you are already looking at the number line and thinking to yourself, that looks just like a ruler or a tape measure or a yardstick or a meter stick. And you are exactly right. Just like the ruler is used to measure things, the number line can be used to measure things too. But more important than that, the number line allows us to sort and organize numbers by their value. The number line lets you see the value of the number also. The number line lets you see that the number 2 has twice the value of the number 1. The number line lets you see that the number 4 has twice the value of the number 2. The number line lets you see that the number 8 has twice the value of the number 4. The number line lets you see which numbers have more value than other numbers. Every number line works exactly the same. As you go to the right, the numbers get larger, and as you go to the left, the numbers get smaller. Let's play a number line game. Since you know when your birthday is, let's use that number to play the number line game. Let your teacher be the 0, or the starting point, of your number line, and you and your classmates organize yourself in a line based on the number of your birthday. I bet that you noticed a few things. First, you had to know your number. Second, you had to work with others in your class to solve the problem. Third, not every place on the number line was filled, and some of the places on the number line had 2 or more people. It's okay that there were places on the number line that had more than one person because there are many different ways to represent a single number on the number line. Here are a few examples of different ways to represent the number 1. 1 is how it looks when it is spelled out in English. Uno, or un, is how 1 looks when it's spelled out in Spanish. The Romans wrote the number 1 to look like this. Here is what the number 1 looks like on a die. You can even represent the number 1 with your fingers. Since I'm a cat, I don't have a thumb, but I can stick up one claw. Also, in English, the number 1 can be represented with words like a and an. Can you think of other ways that the number 1 can be represented? So, it's okay for there to be more than one way to write a number that you find on the number line. Okay, here's a riddle. How do you make the number 1 disappear? You add the letter G, and it's gone. Speaking of being gone, I need to take a cat nap. So, let's rest here, and I will see you next time.